Alright. Everything should now be working, he says, with zero confidence. Yeah. Alright. Should be fine. Alright. New drops thing on Twitch. I expect most people have already got most of them by now, to be fair, but still. Hello, Sohaib. Frodo as well. Well. 9 days till the World Cup. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to I think what was it? I think it averages 4 World Cup games a day for 17 days straight. That's kind of wild work. Because I know that there's some days where there's like 6 games, like in the peak of it, which is even more stupid. Hello, Closer. Hello, Lou, as well. It's going good. I realize... What? Yeah, yes, game. I know how Elder difficulty works. Sadly, I've left this till the last day, because who doesn't leave this till the last day? That's a lie, actually. The rewards are quite good for people now. The reason I say new rank 5 soon is because I'll get this, which is just over half a catalyst, and then tomorrow when it resets I can get another half a catalyst. So, oh, and I'm already on 2. Probably should have said that as well. Will this count for June livestream drops May 26th to 6th of June? It should do. If it doesn't, then that's a problem. It's counting for mine because I need to get my own drops. And it looks like it's ticking. Hello, Sanskrit. Yeah, exams are officially done as of this morning. So, I'm free. I'm free to go back to being a degenerate. So, yeah. Everything was pretty much fine in all the exams. So, 1 more year now, when I'm nearly done. Tech Attacker's damaging effect inflicts a heal block. When heal blocked and trying to hit you. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Hello, Sultan. How you doing? Legendary King as well. Most games are very late, yeah. I think like the earliest games are like 5 p.m. for us. Like if it's a midday kickoff in East Coast. England's first game, is it the 17th? We start very late because we're in like Group H or something. Let me see quickly before we start. No, god damn it. Anyway. Yeah, Wednesday the 17th, 9 p.m. for us, Croatia. AKA our biggest game of the group stage. Yeah, we start kind of late. I assume it's just because we're one of the later groups. Yeah, we're Group L. Like, we are literally, I think, the last group. Just kind of wild. Alright, so I need tech champions. As well, because 1, I'm quite tired, and 2, I literally just have to get it done tonight as quick as possible. We're probably not doing any fancy weird strategies. I'm just slamming champs in and going. First game's on the 13th. Wait, what? Internet, why did you lie to me? No, it's telling me our first game's the 17th. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. Why did I think you was talking about it? Yeah, that's my bad. I'm dumb. You're talking about... You're talking about Morocco, aren't you? You literally said that last time about Brazil. Fuck me, bro. I'm stupid. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, you start relatively early then. You've got Brazil first as well, so that's like your biggest game. But you've got to play the mighty Scotland, I believe, unless that's a different group and I've misread it again. I'm tired, boss. Yeah, no, you are in Scotland's group. Heroes. Which one? Epoch of Pain. Do you have Captain Britain by chance? She's very good. Jean Grey for the same purpose, because tanky. I'm incredibly biased towards Kashala, but she's generally good. You're gonna rank 5 Bong tomorrow. Oh, damn. Big Bonger is coming. Took this year right from uni after finishing my masters, which I did straight after undergrad. Hey, nice. Yeah, I've got 1 year left to end up getting my masters. I'm not planning any form of, like, gap year or anything. I just want it done. Oh, I don't have any of the 20s. Yeah, I'll put a 10 on, I guess. Will we see you in C4 this season? I assume so. I do like the looks of these metas. The week 1-2-1, I mean, it's the war tactic. That's neither here nor there. But the week 3-4 meta is, in my opinion, the best meta they've done in probably about 5 seasons. Which kind of says it quite a lot about the metas they've been doing. Right, let's quickly fire open all these, because 20% boosts are good. They are low drop rate though, so I'm probably going to get absolutely wrecked now that I want them. I've just realised it's not telling me how many crystals I've got left. That seems like a UI bug. Right, so they're all done. 1, great. Thanks, Kabam, that's really cool. Yeah, this season seems fun. No, don't clip that Sanskrit. That's not how the game works. I am gonna rage at the meta, especially because it's fun, but it is quite a challenging one, so there's gonna be some absolute wrecked moments where just anger intensifies. Damn. Ran into me 3 times. Oh, you suck. Why wouldn't you run into me a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th time? This champ is so dumb. Faced you in the last war on main, you did horribly and got kicked out. Oh, damn. From an off-season war, you got kicked? That seems kind of dumb. A UI bug, you must be crazy. True, this game's never had bugs. Needed a break after doing biomed science for 4 years straight. Yeah, that sounds a bit grim. Not what I meant to do there, but it'll do. Great, this fight will now take 8 years. You fucking bitch. Anyway, you're dead. Alright. How'd you get people to join Alliance? In terms, in what way? Like, in terms of how do you get the word out, or how do you entice people? Because those are kind of different things. What Sanskrit said is good, though. People just want a very clear structure of, if I join this alliance, I will do X, Y, and Z, and I will get X, Y, and Z back from it. You know? Alright, let's go SB2. I only got one shock, what the fuck? Damn. Starky ass. My top picks for rank 5s. Per class, I'd say Mutant, Cat Britain. Skill... skill is probably the most dependent on what you care about. If you care about BG / competitive, then you're Lena. If you don't care, then just do a busted attacker. Crossbones, Okoye, Lumatrix. Something like that. Science, I think Spider-Woman is probably the prime shout. High evolutionary if you care about defense and prestige. Mystic, you could rank any of about 10 champions, and Mystic is Mystic's like the best class in terms of options. Cosmic, Deathless Thanos, I think is by far the best. If you don't have him, I would probably... would I go for them? I don't know if I would. I think that in terms of Cosmic, there's the two champs who are now available at A2, Null and Maestro, who are both very good. The only problem I have with Hulkling, which is what Sultan's just said, is he's getting fucking banned everywhere that I want to use him, and it makes me sad. And then Tech is kind of Solvark, and then after that, it's just do what you want. Run at me again, you won't. Run at me again, you won't. I mean, this kind of works. This definitely works, fair enough. Stupid fight. Hey, Raphael, subscribing with the Prime sub. That also takes me halfway to the Twitch goal, which it just flashed across my screen and flashbanged me. But big thanks. Prime's... I was saying this last stream as well. Prime, like, as in, like, using Prime for Prime sub, is everywhere. Like, I have seen, like, subscribe with Prime, like, everywhere on anyone who I've watched. Rank with Sakurai instead of Starkey because he's cooler. I agree. I sadly don't have Masacre on this account, though. On my main, though, I went double Masacre for the love of the game. I suck. Can't dex a Deadpool SB1. Great. That's a good sign for the future of me. What is echo damage thing? Oh, yeah, they announced that. Alright, the simplest way of explaining what an echo damage is an ability that's damage is based on how much damage your hit does. So something like Deathless She-Hulk or Solvark, where it's like, you do... Like, say I do a 5k hit, and then my red damage is calculated based on that 5k hit. That is what's echo damage. The problem that it was causing is that for modes like Big Thing or Raids or another mode where your damage gets put through the roof. So my base damage is increased by, say, 500%. That means that my red damage is increased by 500% because it scales with it. The problem, I don't know where this comes in or whatever, because I know nothing to do with coding. But essentially, as well as getting the 500% increase because of your base damage, it was then timesing by an additional 500%. So it was 500% squared. Or whatever your number attack increase was, squared. Essentially, it calculated it twice. Which is why they called it Echo, because it was like echoing out. But yeah, traumas do the same, because they're based on the amount of damage your hit does. Reverb, same thing. Resonance, same thing. That's like an offensive version of it. Daunted, in the sense of... like, Daunted increases your special attack damage, and then with any attack increasing nodes, it just went and spiraled. Who else is there? Yeah, Herc's Charge is a good one. Like, your damage was meant to be, like, per charge, 10% of your base hit. So it was max 120%. So if you times it by 5, it would times it by 25. It was really weird. It's... To be honest, you won't notice it in, like, 99% of things you do. Like, they put out a list of the champs who were technically being affected, but the thing is, they're not being affected in day-to-day content. These champs will be affected if you take them into Big Thing or Alliance raids, you know? So, like, you will just not notice it, realistically. Can Serpent do Abyss Collector? He can do him pretty well, yeah. He's not Cold Snap immune, the Collector, so... It's not technically any red damage, but it's a lot of red damage types, pretty much. But yeah, it's... I don't know. The only time when this will become back relevant is when they make raids have relevant rewards again, which they said should be next month, so guess we wait for that. And if they bring back Big Thing, and given that they've done this change, I assume that they're gonna bring back Big Thing, because why would they otherwise, like, why would they do this? Like, Alliance raids is not that badly affected by this kind of thing. Yes, that's a good way of saying it. It's red damage that happens when you hit the opponent, specifically. Hey, propaganda is crazy. It ain't propaganda if the champ's actually good. That champ is dumb. You think he won't be meta? That's wild work. I mean, I think that he is, like, we are in a very different game, I will say that. Like, he's not going to take absolutely everything like he used to, but there is still so much shit that he will just ignore because funny. Like, I think, like, some of the best ones will be stuff like Jean Grey. Not just that he'll kill her fast, it's that he'll kill her even faster because he'll just ignore inequity because, well, he'll just shut everything down. Type thing. High Evolutionary, same kind of thing. After about 10 seconds, that fight is shut down. They are fucking dead. I'm interested to see who has the balls to start doing Serpent with deep wounds, because it's doable, but that's a spicy one. So easy to draft around. That is true. He's going to be one of those pick in the second half of the draft type of champions. But I think he's going to be really good still. Hello, Grey Fox. Hey, yeah, the Ascension videos have just been great, to be honest. Kind of crazy that the last one was today. Well, the last one for now. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that, but... I think the champ that will benefit the most is Deathless She-Hulk. Yeah. Filer and Shatterstar. I'll be honest, wait, what about them? Because I know a little bit about them, but I don't usually look too in-depth into the characters until I can actually get my hands on them. Remember when only like 2 champs were triple immune? True! What a simpler time. Oh, you're not dead. I assumed you was. Quack. The duck quack. Okay, let's just keep using Shuri. She's the fastest on my team. Mid as fuck? Damn. Shatterstar, I agree, doesn't look insane. But that's more of just skill defense is boring. Filer, though, looks very good. The, like, resonance is extremely strong in general. And the whole... like, I think it's called Oblivion Energy. That looks a stupid ability for just taking things you shouldn't. What champ do I want the most to be ascendable? Also, hello, Sim. How you doing? Okay, if I'm being real, like, a champ that I think realistically could get Ascension. Because, like, obviously I'm just going to say Scorpion if I get anyone, but... a champ who I realistically think could be Ascended and I'd like... well, there's 2. One is Chioth. I think that she could go really crazy with an enhanced crit rate. Because of Challenger rating. The other one, and this is more just because more damage, yay. I think Void would be one that Kabam would actually look at. Because, like, he still has very strong counters on defense that don't go away. And in terms of attack, like, giving him an Ascension isn't going to make him, like, a 20-second champion all of a sudden. Do you know if the Metamorphosis champions will be added to Empowered Grace Ascension Crystals when the event ends? My assumption is no. They don't usually add them in for a good while until after these, like, exclusive events. To be fair, speaking of the devil, Shuri's a champ that I'm surprised they didn't look at. Well, they definitely did look at them, but Shuri's a champ that I'm surprised didn't get Ascension. Like, she seems an absolutely perfect fit for it. Who do I think is better, Spider-Punk, Hammer, or Wave? As of now, with what's available, I'd say probably Wave. Just the newest, most meta in terms of those kind of champions. But when he has his Ascension, Spider-Ham's going to be ridiculous. Like, one of the things he suffered with was having, like, some terrible base stats, like health and stuff. Giving him Ascension, especially if someone... well, I say someone. Especially if people gave him Ascension too, that's gonna be pretty strong. I don't know if he'll be better than Wave with the Ascension 2, but it'll be a pretty close one, I think. Hello, Buddy Rex. Gonna go with Sassy for your next rank 5. Damn, I'm assuming... Do you have him, like, Ascended 1, I'm assuming? Maybe even Ascended 2, that would be quite disturbing. North Star, you need him Ascended. North Star's an interesting one. I'm just gonna stick with this team, I don't care. Oh, I have to swap someone, because, yes, great. Oh no, Hulkling got in here. I haven't used Penny. You have Lady Death Strike, A2, Sig 182. Is there any space for in BGs or War? Oh, Senior's a bit of a dud. You're gonna need something very specific for it to be usable in either of those places, to be honest. The simple line is she's just not fast enough to be like, I will choose this champion, because she's fine now that they've let her attack increase based on... Sorry, let her damage increase based on attack, other way around. But Solid, like, it's kind of sad, but in a lot of game modes now, Solid isn't enough. You know, like, you need to just be ridiculous in a few aspects. Alright, throw that. Thank you. You still hunting for Ascension? Haven't been lucky enough yet? Damn. It'll come. That champ with... that, like, I've already seen horrible looking Sassies and the health pool is just dumb. Do I want to claim my real... No, let's do it all at the end. What's my next rank 5 here? It's gonna be a Defender for Alliance War, is the first thing I'll say. Which probably wasn't relevant to say, because the champ is just cracked on both, like, areas. It's gonna be Spider-Woman. The BG I'm in, the guy who had rank 5 Spider-Woman left, as in rank 5 Spider-Woman on defense, and there's two people who like using him on attack. I'm not too fussed with using her because I have Scorpion, so I'll rank 5 for defense. Fine by me. Regen power drains. When power draining burn, dissolve. Oh, they added power dissolve. Nice. I just do not have champs who have that though, but anyway. Where are my relics just not on the good champions? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. White Tiger, why not? And then, I don't know, give me something random. Hulkling funny. Hello, Alden, how you doing? It has indeed been a bit. And you're getting ready to say goodbye to all the dust? Yeah. Just, I saw the post that Mike, well, it wasn't a post really, he responded to someone on the forums. And it was essentially just, oh, the team has been too generous with dust, which is why we're essentially letting all of it expire. And I'm like, well, that's true on the one hand, because it's expiring, so you obviously gave too much. But some people have been able to use it. So, it's only too generous if you can't use it, which is purely dependent on if you got lucky with A2s or if you spent money. Like, if I couldn't use it and Yusafa couldn't use it, that's them being too generous. That's them just doing a goof. But my main account used it fine, because it spent units on Metamorphosis. Whereas my old account can't do it because it didn't spend, which I feel like generous is not really the right word though, seen as it does matter how you played. Not that it was just, oh, everyone got too much, what a shame. Hello Alec, how you doing? Speaking of... Oh, I missed something. You need about half a tier 5A? Have you got enough prestige to get that from EQ next month? Because if so, then you're going to need to decide that next rank 5 pretty quick. Speaking of Ascension, I recently ascended M'Baku. Yes, I know it's stupid to invest in the Grace Crystals, but I always wanted him ascended. I'm glad I ascended him. I mean... If you wanted him ascended, then fair enough. Like, I wouldn't really say that that's a stupid thing to do. Is there actually a noticeable difference is what I'm interested in. Because I feel like a lot of these champs, like M'Baku, were, marketed with, they will get a big boost from Ascension, you know? So, do they actually gain a big boost? What is that? White Fury. It's probably a Saga node. Oh, it will be the Saga node, because I'm an Ascended champion. Well, M'Baku's a 2026 champion, so he's ascendable for money. Like, the only way to ascend him is from featured Valiants. So, he's ascendable, but he's not. You'd love an Ascension for Medusa and or Shocker. Medusa with that extra crit rate would actually go crazy. Why am I just doing random ass combos instead of Mixmaster? Oh, you got about 2 bars, that's unfortunate. Couldn't go for my nuke. Alright. Oh, Cull Obsidian, our good friend. Yeah, the whole thing with Dust is just, I don't know, just weird. Do you get rewards from Classic and Elder if you just jump? Yes. You've just got to make sure you toggle it to Elder, because it will start toggled on Classic, but just toggle it over to Elder. You get all 30 of those Ethereon crystals or whatever they're called, and you get everything. Alright, you're dead. Alright, you're alive. Anyway. He definitely has gotten a big boost. My rank 5 Ascendant Baku took down a rank 5 Yelena in war. Yelena, 69% health left, able to solo despite having high Evo debuffs on. So despite having attack cut in half. Okay, yeah. So that's like pretty similar to killing from full health. That's interesting. What node was that, out of curiosity? With it being Yelena? Oh, rip. Yeah, yeah. From next month, like, just make sure you toggle it over to Elder, and you get everything. Oh, it was the boss node. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, all these extra buffs are fueling like crazy. I did the same. Yeah, I to be honest, I bet a lot of people did that this month. Mostly because they just didn't know they could toggle over now. Oh, I hate how inconsistent the blades are. I'm guessing in Baku's damage counter being red numbers able to get around damage caps. Partially. I can't remember exactly how Baku works, but the red damage will still get reduced if it would be increased by Furies. It'll still do whatever base number it would do, but any Furies should essentially not exist. I can't remember if he does get Furies from somewhere, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there was somewhere he did. But I could be lying and it's a different effect. Alright, Mr. Corvus. Dash at me. There we go. Yeah, you're cooked. You're so cooked. He gains a Fury from heavy attack and idling for a second or two, similar to Wolf Power Gate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so however much that Fury increases the red damage, that won't happen, but the base red damage will still occur. Use Wigra. Okay, let's get the Wigra out. I am very mid with this champion, I can't lie, but it's EQ. Okay, so 3 Furies from an SB1 with the, what's it called? The Power Steel. Oh, there's an extra Fury node as well. Yeah, that's... Oh, what? You got a protection? You suck. Did I catch the PlayStation live stream? I am an Xbox player, so that did not interest me, I'm afraid. To be honest, I barely play Xbox now either. Only mostly games when other friends are on. EQ will give you about 52k frags. Damn, that's slightly higher than my main gets. I think my main gets like 49k or something, so it is a crazy amount, to be honest. You can like both. That is true. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would take something that, like, I actually personally am connected with for me to care about, like, a new game release or one of those, like, state of play things. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, though. How much do I think Archangel's gonna cost? I'm actually glad someone brought this up, because I am very confused as to how they're going to do this sale, because there's a couple issues here. And could they just lie and backtrack on things? Yes. Yes. But so we've got Archangel unascendable, and we've got a Spider Ham token in the solo event. I'm assuming the solo event is just one of those spend units, get things. If it's something different, then this all goes out the window, but in terms of the one in-game, Kabam said that they are now going to be doing those around the price that they did at Cyber, which was like 15k units. So I'll say 15k units is an upper end. If they offer Archangel for 15k units, I'ma be so real, that is cheap. Like, that is quite cheap compared to some of the ridiculous amounts we've paid for champs that are not as good as him in the past. Yes, I know, power creep, yada yada, but I don't know how I just don't think they're gonna give the Spider Ham token and Archangel away for like 15 to 18k units. Which would mean they're gonna bump his price like crazy, which would mean they go back on what they said last year. They said there's another Archangel and there's 2 tokens for Spider Ham in the web store. So in terms of the web store ones, like $500, $600, $700. Like, I feel like that's a given. But in terms of the unit ones, I'm really confused. They could just do like say 10k for the token, 15k for Archangel, but I would be very surprised if they do that, because like, wow, that makes some champs of the past look like wild work. Wolf by Night or White Tiger? Werewolf, in my opinion, is the better champion. The playstyle of purely hitting block, pretty much, is too strong, realistically, but it's in the game. What defenders could he take in today's meta? Literally anything that's not bleed and poison immune. So, in terms of meta stuff, going through the classes, we've got Jean. We've got the potential for Onslaught. That might sound dumb, but it is doable. Because I remember a while ago it was being tested with the 6-star. Skill champions, Bullseye gets wrecked. Yelena will survive because poison immune, but Bullseye gets wrecked. Punisher's gonna be interesting. I want to see how that one goes. Oh, we're at the end. Shit. Nico? Oh, it's this one. Well, I don't have Torch ranked up anyway, so. Science champions, we have got the main one here being High Evolutionary. Not bleed or poison immune, somehow. So we'll take those. Mystic class, Enchantress, Nico. Them I'd say, well, Kindred's a no, sadly, but Enchantress and Nico would get wrecked. Madeline Pryor's not really a defender, but would go down. So, can take a few Mystics. Cosmics is where it gets really interesting and spicy. He can take Dark Phoenix easily. We've seen videos of that. And he can take Serpent if you use Deep Wounds. Now, the Serpent one, I said before, the Serpent one is a lot spicier than your normal matchup, so I feel like that one's only for people who don't like themselves much. Me. But, I think that it is actually going to be seen, so I'm going to include it. And then moving on to the tech class, there's not many, obviously, but there is one very notable one, and it's Ruby. Ruby is not bleed or poison immune, I believe. Unless I got lied to. But I got told that Ruby can be done with, Archangel. Hang on, after this fight, I'll go and check that, actually, because that feels weird that she's not immune to either of those, but I don't actually really know much of her lore, so I just usually conflate Tech Champ with non-Archangel. But yeah, he can take a lot. Yes, he can't take everything, unlike back in the day, but I think he takes enough to be in pretty much everyone's deck. What are you, Ruby? Immune to Delirium. Yeah, no, she's not bleed or poison immune. So, Ruby's getting wrecked. Oh, can you fail Punisher's Indestructible with Neuros? I'm not sure yet, to be honest. That's something I need to test. My gut feeling is yes, because it's a defensive ability, but he might have some weird immunity around it. Will Atuma be good for the next BG's meta? He'll be pretty solid for both of them. The True Strike for the week 3-4 is going to be nice if you use him on attack. Week 1-2, he has attack tactics, so you can use him on attack there as well. He's a good defender in general now. as well with the Ascension. Right, we've got mutants. Mutants. You. Actually, fuck you, Domino, sorry. And when he takes it fast. Yeah, that is one thing that will be interesting. Now that he's got the normal Challenger rating, you know, not punching up 6-star to 7-star, he should crit a lot more with stat focus. So he should be better than before, but we're in a very different game. You'll lose to too much HP because parry heavy's a thing. I mean, you could go block proficiency, stat focus, but what I think most people will do, weirdly, there is not a single mutant relic statcast with crit rate as a rune. But so what I think people will do is go crit, stat focus, block proficiency relic, and maybe, I don't know, armor or physical resist or whatever as the secondary. And that'll mean his block proficiency should be decent and his crit rate still increases. I love AA, but hundreds of dollars for a champ is just silly. Yep. Such is the game we have. Can he win if you're using Nico versus Dark Phoenix and he's using Archangel? He'd need crazy RNG. Like, probably not, but he could get incredibly close. Like, maybe if there's a meta that slows Dark Phoenix in some way. Not Dark Phoenix, sorry. Nico in some way. So I think now that we've seen Archangel, we'll see CJR and Herc as 7-star. I don't think so. Herc I actually don't think would be too insane. But Kabam just dislikes what Herc did to the game. And in terms of CGR, that champ should never be allowed as a 7-star for, like, years. Like, that champ is dumb. like, and this is not meant to be offensive to anyone who plays CGR a lot, but you do not require skill to get hundreds of thousands of damage out of that champion, which in reality is very bad. Any matchup he can do I can do faster with other champs, is your point about him. That's fair. I'd say the only thing against that is... well, two things. One, is like, how many of those other champs can do this whole spread of matchups? You know, like, his spread of matchups is kind of wild. So, like, he may not be the #1 fastest option in terms of speed, but, like, equated across, I can do all of these champions, that gives him stupid value. And I think the second part is, there is no skill requirement for him, realistically. It's parry heavy. Like, yeah, I know there are certain little, like, heavy countering things and stuff to do, but realistically, he's a parry heavy champion. So, compared to some champs that can do fights fast but might require a little bit of skill, he's gonna be pretty dumb, I think. Seems like you're also describing Cull. Cull is also very dumb. I'm surprised they kept him in his, like, release state, to be honest. Who should I rank 4? Spider-Man, Photon, or Heimdall for a play with only a few rank 4s? I'd definitely go Spider-Woman. Ridiculous utility. And if you only have a few rank 4s, that's what you should be looking at. Jeez, big crit. Give me an example of matchup he's doing and I'll tell you how I can beat him. Who would be the best example for this? Probably the best example is Nico. He can definitely do 30 to 35 seconds with full shutdown of buff immunity. Yeah, I do believe Spider-Woman is the best science champion at the moment in terms of just on her own utility. Will I be using him when he comes as a 7-star? Yes. I mean, he's my favourite OG mutant. I was bound to use him even if he's a bit mid. Lizard will do the same, 40 seconds of full HP. I mean, granted I wasn't around for last season, but last season was also dumb. How many people are using Lizard in BGs? If the answer's a lot, then that has changed. To be fair, another thing you could do with Archangel, which I'm interested to see which is better. You can give Archangel Deadpool Relic, and that would account for quite a lot, if not all, of the chip damage. Jesus. Top 5 most OP champs right now? Britain's got to be up there because this champ is stupid. Spider-Woman, just because of how much she can do. This next one is 2 champions, realistically, but you'd pick one of them based on what you can do. It's either Okoye or Crossbones. For the same thing, just pretty much instant shutdown of abilities and 30-second wiping. We've got to have a Mystic in there because of the Cosmic, so I guess we'll just put Nico in there because she takes everything. Except Heimdall. Pesky little Heimdall. Deathless Thanos as well, I think, is the best dual threat in the game. I think you can realistically get away in this game in 99% of stuff without tech champions. Like, the only place that I think tech champions are pretty much necessary is if you go to high tier BGs and start running into Captain Britain, Onslaught, Jean every 3 seconds. I just tested AA versus Punisher. Yeah, you do shut down Immortality with Neuros. Okay. That's good to know. Archangel and BGs will only do Jean, Ruby, Dark Phoenix, Nico, and High Evo. I mean, that looks like a pretty good spread to me. Unless I'm missing something. Nico doesn't feel that busted to me. What's the rotation? How important is Awakening? Oh, Awakening and Sig 200 is pretty much everything for that champion. It's like a requirement. Essentially, it's just the Sig is just I gain extra damage. And it's a lot of extra damage. In terms of rotation, it depends on 2 things. If you've started the fight with the well, actually no, I'm just gonna say a rotation that does both. You start the fight, and whether you've got the buff immunity on or not, I would go for an SB2, because it'll give you 1, the buff immunity if you need it, but also it'll give you the 4 extra poisons. And then, after that, I would spam heavies as much as possible and spam SB1s. And just do that till they die. She might not be the fastest in the world for certain matchups, but buff immunity, shutting down every one of their abilities, is pretty nice. Does Maker need Awakening? I'll be honest, I have not played Maker once. So, unfortunately, I have no idea. Just rank forward, max 6 Spider-Man, dope. Yeah, that champ's pretty vile. Like, you know you're a dumb champ when Kabam starts, like, flat out lying in post to nerf you. That's when you know you really did things. Alright, we're about to be halfway through, I think, because I'm on, like, the last path of this, yeah. Yeah, Walsh, they went back on most of the important aspects of the nerf. The only thing that changed was the ensnare. The ensnare ability accuracy reduction was removed, essentially, because she still prevents evade, she still has all her Fury's power stings, yada yada yada. She just lost a bit of ability accuracy reduction, which actually hurt her more times than it was good for her. Like, weirdly enough. Should you rank 3 Onslaught without his Sig? Yes. Still a ridiculous champion. And that dupe and Sig will eventually come. Can we see your BG's deck for tomorrow? I'll be honest, I haven't made it. But, based on what I know about the meta, there is 2 things you're going to want. 1, Saga Defenders, specifically. Saga Attackers, less so. You're more wanting those Saga Defenders. And the second thing is, on attack, you are going to be wanting champs that either purify, cleanse, or in some other way ignore weakness. High Evo's a menace to deal with. Yeah, he's probably one of the ones that actually does want a, like a Saga Attacker counter. Patriot's good, Zemo's good. You can probably still get away with champs like a Koye if you play them well. But yeah, High Evo's probably going to be one of the best defenders of next meta. I'm so glad that Kindred is the attack tactic, so it doesn't get those benefits. Otherwise, my god. Do I think Britain will make it into the basic this year? Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, they've tried to sell her on multiple occasions now. I feel like it's a matter of time. Alright, last fight before boss. Big spooky Electra. New Titan champs, who am I most excited to get and play? I think it's gotta be Madeline. I know I'm gonna be ranking Ruby because dumb defender, but in terms of actually playing, it's gotta be Madeline. That champ looks dumb. Who else is in the Titan? So it's Madeline, Ghost Rider, Ruby, Wave. Who the fuck are the other 2? Oh, Rhino's one of them, that's true. Who's the other one? Oh, is it Pixie? I think it's Pixie. Yeah. Yeah, not really excited for any of those others, I'll be real. Like, my top 3 is 1, Ruby, because I need her for Alliance War defense, so, like, that kind of has to take precedent. 2, Madeline, 3, Wave, other 3, get in the bin. You suck. But at least you're gonna shock me. Sad that we can't ascend the new champ straight away. Yeah, I can't lie that a lot of the dislike to Ascension is purely due to decisions like this, just unnecessary removals of player agency. Like, players just cannot decide really who they want to ascend apart from maybe a couple events a year. Hello, 134, how you doing? Right, Cosmic, finally. Get him in. Well, okay, game. Can I show my masteries? I can. I've got a pretty mid setup on at the moment, to be honest. My alt account masteries are a mastery set of all time. So, I've got the Fury ones maxed out because I spam Hulkling. Despair maxed, kind of always has to be. In the defense ones, I've got the health maxed out, stand your ground. Willpower, inequity 1 out of 3 in each. MD 4 out of 5, I should go for 5 out of 5. And then extra point in dexterity. So that my Okoye starts to stop Mystic Dispersion. Oh god, that power gain goes wild. Okay. Well, this quest is dumb. So stupid that whales get A1s, but we can't get them ascended for ages. Yep. Kabam really knows how to piss people off. Game, do you want to click that King Groot? Thank you. Hello, Beerus, how you doing? Could have just added another tier of dust. Yep. I think that would be a solution that everyone would bite their hand off for. How good is Carolina Dean? Top 5 Cosmic Champion in my opinion. She's so good. Hey, Borachita, how you doing, man? Just left Hippo Alley? Oh, damn, how come? As a BG's attacker, how would you rank these three? Carolina, Gallon, and Cull? Carolina, Cull, and then Gallon, I would say. Carolina is ridiculous, like, realistically looking at the kit. Gallon is only really relevant if the meta is a little bit slower paced, which is fine. Not every champ can be a million miles an hour, but if a meta is slower paced, Gallon is one of the best attackers. Would I accept a 7-star CGR in exchange of never being able to criticize Kabam? Nah. 8-star Scorpion, though, and come back to me. Bunch of ego clashes from people not even in the alliance but are admins for some reason. Yeah, that sounds about right. Could there be a possible opening as Salty? Definitely not for this upcoming season. Because, you know, it starts, what's it called? Yeah, it does start tomorrow, damn. Technically today, depending on where you're watching this, but wow. But yeah, we are hopefully ready for a better season than last. Yeah. It would literally just be a thing of apply and then see what happens. Because like I can't lie. Even like people in Salty do not know how many vacancies there'll be in Salty until like the last 3 wars. Because that's when everyone suddenly decides, when everything seemed fine, they're just like, nah, I'm gonna throw in the towel. Alright, yeah, Hulkling on this quest is fun and interactive. Yeah, let's just use him again. I know we're getting that crazy regen that I can't stop, but like, oh no, I need to throw another SB2, the horrors. Damn, actually critted to avoid it. Fair enough. They'll definitely active war room chats when you're match. Yeah, hopefully this season I just hope it goes better. Like, you know, like I know that last season was still, like, very good by pretty much anyone's standards, but it was not the most fun season. Iron Patriot. Iron Patrat. Alright. Bro, this champ is so dumb. You have 2 rank 5 Ascension gems as things to use on Ruby and Madeline, but you just ascended to Evo level 2. Any suggestions? Okay. Well, the first thing I'll say is, given that there is new EQ, new mode, and the sales in about a month, you very likely can take all 3 to rank 5 within a month. So, I guess the question really is, what would you prefer to have right now? Are you in need of, like, Madeline as an attacker, or do you want more defensive bulk? Because, I'll be honest, I would probably try and rank 5 all 3 of those. High Evo level 2 is stupid as well, like, that's ridiculous. Technically, you can do 3, because you have Catalyst. Okay, honestly, like, I know you haven't said what other options there are, but I think those 3 are all definite rank 5 easy contenders. Why don't you do a free-to-play account and document it? Well, I mean, to be fair, this account is a free-to-play account, with it being the old. But I've done... How many have I done? How many's uploaded, actually, should be the question. I think there already is 3 separate free-to-play, like, speedruns. I've technically never done one at, like, a normal speed kind of thing. But there are 3 separate, like, speedrun things uploaded. They are a very long time ago now, like, probably well over a year. But sometime this summer, assuming they give a way to get a 3rd rank 5 quite easily, I'm gonna try and do a speedrun to Elder, free to play, on a new account. Get me back in the sun. Words I never thought I'd say. I didn't want to throw that. You've got 1 rank 3 waiting, but... Oh, it kills because it's Hercules. Forgot that SB3 bypassed is indestructible. You have 1 rank 3 waiting, but I can't stop myself once to rank for prestige, which makes it Idum or Zemo. Please go Zemo, Sanskrit. Like, Idum's fine, but Zemo is genuinely good. How's that heat wave going? It's gone. And it's gone. The last, like, good day was Saturday. And since then it has been, well, where I am at least, it has been down to 16 degrees and raining. So we had 6 days where it was, like, 23 plus and got close to 30 on some of the days. What the? That was stupid. That was annoying. Rationally, though, it should be Geno, Serpent, or Kashala. That's fair. Jean has relatively good prestige, right? Or am I stupid? Will I stream new BG season? Yes. I'm planning to do quite a few streams on it, to be honest, with, you know, last season being unplayable. There won't be one tomorrow on season start, unfortunately, because I am out tomorrow, but in general, there should be quite a few. Your summer is our current winter here in Sydney. Yeah, we are not built for this shit. Like, it's the whole thing of UK homes were built for a climate 100 years ago, so air conditioning and ventilation is not a thing, and heat is always trapped inwards. Like, it's genuinely worse being in houses than being outside when it gets to the heat waves. Like, you're in the house at night just like, I don't want to be here. Hello, Meat Crusher. When do you think we could see another Tier 5 Alpha? You're a little over 2. Depending if I should save the 3 I have for a rank 5 or do another rank 4. What is your prestige? Is the question, because EQ resets tomorrow, which gives a good chunk of Tier 5. Yeah, the victory track and week 1 to 2 meta should be kind of fun. Obviously, champs with Cleanse or Purify are just going to be better on base. But I'm glad that they're not giving them a Fury for it. Like, the metas where it's like, do this action, get a 70% Fury, I'm like, well, the meta's just over now. Like 36, 37k? Okay, that's probably... That's not too bad. So that'll probably leave you like, what, about a quarter away? After that, I'm not sure. The only thing I can think is the Towers game mode is going live on June the 17th. And I feel like they will attach some Tier 5 Alpha to that, with it being the new hot thing. Maybe they put some in the incursions, but I'm not sure about that. What the fuck is Towers? Essentially like a Dungeons thing where it's like... This is my understanding of it, at least. It's like, you've got, like, it's an infinite, like, upwards tower, like, a bit like in Pokemon and shit. You have to clear every fight on a block to move up to the next floor, and it's just move up as much as you can before it's just impossible for you to move any further. Meat Crusher, if you're 36, 37k prestige, unless I'm massively misremembering this figure, I'm pretty sure you get not far off 40k tier 5 alpha fragments. Assuming you're Elder, obviously, which I'm pretty sure you are with that prestige number. But yeah, they said on June 10th, which, it's a week today, or tomorrow, depending time zone, they said there's going to be a special stream for it, which is interesting. Oh, I shouldn't have gone Rupture. I forgot he had a physical resistance. Yeah, with the looks of it, because the floor will have multiple fights, I'm pretty sure they are allowing synergies. Which is pretty cool. You just gotta hope that one of the synergy partners isn't a dead weight. Otherwise he'll destroy everything. Cantona, the best of all MCOC players in Peru is here. That is an old meme that I have not heard in a while. For those who don't know, whether it was on purpose or not, I can't remember, but there was some people who thought I was from Peru. I don't know why. It was very confusing when I found it out, but Yeah. That was a thing. Unfortunately, I do not have one of those, like, bots that tells you how far through the drops are. I can understand a bit of Spanish. I did like Spanish throughout like school and stuff, so I can clock it a bit, but not much. Don't know if I told you or not, but Maestro's your most recent rank 5-7 star. Oh, damn. That, I can't lie, every time I run into one of those big rank 5 Maestros, I fucking hate it. That champ is just stupid. You need 2 more rank 5-7 stars and everything will be fine in place. And Elder. Hey, that's nice. Alright, you're dead. You're not from Peru, no way. No! Does have been trying to decide who to use the Ascension rank 4 gem on between the Mutant and can't decide between Dust and Gentle, both A1. That's interesting. Dust or Gentle? Gentle, I'd say, is a slightly stronger defender. But I think Dust overall is better. Willpower shut off on defense as well. Yeah, I think Dust is better. I do agree. I don't blame you for hating it, unlike most players though. I like using them offensively. That is the most based way you can use that champion. Just don't stick him on defense. I don't want to see him. Sent you some sexy Prowler videos. Oh, damn. You could have just said Prowler videos. It's guaranteed that they're going to be that. That's still a waker. Now everyone's speaking in Spanish. Oh god, what have I done? You're the first American streamer. I'll start this by saying I'm not offended by it, but I am from the other place. I'm from the UK. Yes, I'm Peruvian and I like to watch streams to learn English. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of people who do the same with Pepe, the other way. Like, there's a lot of British and American people who watch Pepe to learn Spanish. Or at least, like, get better at Spanish. There's nothing you can do about the dust expiring? Pretty much no. It was a miscalculation by Kabam, because funny. Like, I mean, I know you've probably already looked at this, but look at, just make sure there's no champs that you can't take to, you know, Ascension 2. Like Lizard, Maestro, if you haven't done either of those. And then if they're literally like hours away from expiry, probably just put in some 6 stars. Now that you finished the Ascended Champ Showcase, who's my favourite and who's surprised? Ooh, okay. Well, my favourite... okay, it's between two. Black Panther, I think, is just ridiculous. Just flat out. Nothing else to say. Knew he was ridiculous because I had him on my main, so it's not really a shock. The other one, though, in terms of, like, I didn't have this champ, and I was surprised at what they did, was... I want to say Gore. The reason being, because what Gore can do is pretty obvious, like, but with the way Kabam is going with new champions, into, like, new, tech champions specifically, Undermine, I think, will become more useful in the next year or so. So, I feel like Gore will get better over time. And he was already decent. How difficult is it for you to understand Spanish or to speak on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, it's very difficult. I haven't actually done any, like studying of Spanish in... It'll be about 6 years now. No, it won't. No, it's about 4 and a bit years. That was a lie. I took it for longer than I thought. But, like, so, like, I can't really speak it, but I can recognize quite a few words. Preguntas, though, is not one that I recognize, but I'll probably recognize it as soon as I whip out Mr. Translate. Oh, questions. Brilliant. Great. Probably should have realized that. After every fight, it now loads like 5 seconds more. It wasn't like this before update, it was instant. What device do you play on? Because I've heard rumours. I've heard rumours from beyond the grave from certain phone users. Why is my stream asking if I want to cheer my way to the top? Like, how does that work? That's literally just the Obama giving himself a medal thing. Do I use Lumitrix at all? I have him on the main account. I don't use him much, I'll be honest. I'm not a massive fan of the playstyle. Where is my Hulk relic? I beg your pardon. What? Why would I have taken the Hulk relic off? Sorry? Give me a second. Why are you attached to Deathless She-Hulk? Oh, fuck knows. I know nothing at this point. Oh, maybe when I was doing the... It was when I was doing the Colosseum things, wasn't it? It was. Forgot I did that. Cantona, it's based on... I'm a Man United fan, football. And he's one of their best players ever, pretty much. He is unfortunately French, but we ignore that fact. But yeah, he's like he was technically a bit before my time, but he's one of my favorite players from things I've watched. So, yeah, just decided didn't want to put my actual name on the internet and stuff. So let's slam this guy's name on the internet again. It means greedy in Damn it. Rip. Oh, it's a Ghost Rider boss. None of these matter. You think you're gonna pull for Maddie from Titan and save for Phyla Vell? She looks bonkers. Yeah, the Phyla Vell just looks stupid. The way, like, the Oblivion energy looks like a ridiculous mechanic if you can, like, work out how to maximize it. Because, like, I mean, the more you maximize it, it is literally Cat Britain resistance. Like, obviously Onslaught as well, but, like, it's Cat Britain resistance, which is kind of wild for a Cosmic Champion. At least Arsenal didn't win the UCL. True! That was a terrible game to be watching. Like, the fact they went 1-0 up in the 6th minute and then decided to put 37 people behind the ball. Like, grow up. Alright, we're on to the last quest. My phone's about to commit things to itself. I love how they put the question mark on the final quest as though we don't know who the final boss is. Skill... Oh, which skill node is it? Can't evade. What? The final boss is Wave? Who'd have seen that one coming? Show me your MCOC DMW account. What does that mean? DMW account. The effect of Hulk Relic on Scorpion noticeable? In general, yeah. In this EQ, it's not. That's why it took me 13 fights to realise, but in a general setting, yes, it's a decent damage increase. Why no 7-star Battlecast? Yeah, too OP. Basically, the reason they gave was they were spending too much time balancing them. Like, which they was like, we having to spend so much time in making sure they're balanced for like 6 stars. That's why we didn't get like 6-star 6-star relics were capped at rank 2 for like a year and a half. And it's just because they could not balance them, so they just had to wait and wait and wait. Sorry, I just need to do this quickly. Alright, never managed to catch you live. Finally did it. Hey, nice. But yeah, this is Well, this is the alt, which I really should remove Mini from the name. It's kind of taking the piss at this point. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Why is Hulk better for Scorpion and not Ant-Man? Mix of two reasons. One, Scorpion's stings do not count as power stings. So most of the Ant-Man abilities don't work, which is sad. And two, if you go into Rupture mode with Scorpion, well, Rupture is physical damage, and the Hulk Relic gives like 3 separate benefits for physical damage. So it also gives a benefit for healing, so it is just perfect for him. Vegeta Heavies with a 7-star maxed out Iron Fist. Oh god, no. That's vile. Horrendous. Alright, last set of boosts. I probably could have gotten away with 15-minute ones, but who cares? They went crazy with StatCast relics. Now there's so many and so many different rarities, hard to keep track. 5 per... Because there's 5 of them, like 5 individual ones per champion, it is a bit nuts. The only reason I don't mind it is mostly because... how do I say it? It wasn't a problem at the time of Battlecast release, but it became a problem after of just, there's not enough relics at this star level. So they essentially just infinitely fixed that issue. Which, fair enough, honestly. It's like, and it's an okay thing to have done in my opinion, but some of them do feel very filler. Like, I know that there's stuff like giving mutant champions armor up, and I'm just like, okay, so if I'm not Colossus, you are nothing to me. When can we get 4 rags? I believe it's like next week. Because we are like, we're on like what, 49 observance now? If you're maxed out. So next week should be over 50, and then I assume they'll release them in game. I assume the actual deal will enter in game tomorrow when everything updates. But we won't be able to get it until, well, technically Friday if you know, hit them early. Great, Ava. Very useful addition. Oh, so they are adding it to the store tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Oh, I need to get my ensnare up. There we go. Don't care that he bashed me in the head. Sadly, I missed out on 1 observer's token due to bad internet, so I'll be 1 shy. So you'll be on 48. This might not be true because they have occasionally given them out in batches of 1, but they are usually given out in batches of 2. So you might be fine. But well, anyway. I am glad that Observance is staying in Twitch drops for... They just said the foreseeable future. And given that they've pinned the Ascension 2 of him at 200 total observance, it seems like they plan for Twitch drops to go on for, well, just probably as long as... long as time, put it that way. Because we've took, what, a few months to build up 50. To build up 200, well, 150. That's going to be... months. Rank 5 Pav couldn't kill a rank 4 A2 Maestro in this meta. 2 SB1 into an SB2 couldn't kill, damn. Pav mid. I've always known it. Trust. Oh yeah, everyone will be complaining tomorrow about that. I only have 49 observance. Why is he in the store for 50? What did I miss? You missed nothing. Kill? 2%. Well, I did vote for Annihilus, that rework, instead of Thor, looking forward to get him. Yeah, I was also an Annihilus voter. I like Annihilus a lot. He's a goofy champion. Unironically, this might just be me, but I think they could release Annihilus as he is now and he'd be fine. Like, if they release him in, like, one of those special events where the 7 stars aren't meant to be amazing... He has his audience. He has some quite nice abilities. Some quite niche abilities too. Alright, we've got like, what, 5 fights left now? I don't know how much there is to actually open. Should be a few crystals, but I'm here for the tier 5 alpha. Get hit by an SB2 for the culture. Alright, I know that there's the relic stuff. I'm not opening the Titans for obvious reasons. It's a couple 7 stars. Goes crazy on a meta with... Yeah, I remember there was a BG's meta a while ago that was, if you dex, you place a taunt on the opponent. And if you dexed once in the fight, it was over. He would just kill you. Like, there was just nothing you could do at that point. Fucking unstoppable and unblockable is vile work. Yeah, he was decent for electric defense. Especially because it's such a restrictive meta. Alright, Titania. Would be a shame if you was done by a Koyo. Damn. And nice. Does he need max? Yeah, he does. He is quite sig dependent. Honestly though, with the way they've taken the game, sig dependent champs don't bother me much nowadays. Because they obviously care about Ascension way more. That's like, well, that's an obvious fact. And they've just been plugging SIGs into like every reward set because they know that it's not the most valuable asset anymore. I meant to medium though. Alright, time for Wave Boss, which has no nodes, so like, what's the point? Yay, have fun. Destroy is greater than Nihilus. No! Nihilus the GOAT. This is gonna push SB3. One too many hits. I'm probably dead. Nope. A large no from the back. Alright, you're dead. Alright, we're done. Just over 2 hours. Kind of expected. And that is my 32k tier 5 alpha or whatever it was. Oh, but I actually have to go through and claim it all. Does this appear in the stash? Please tell me it does. 24 rewards. It does. That's good. Thank God for that. Alright. I don't care about Mysterium. This is irrelevant. Been messing around at Abyss lately, being bored, and both times I tried, I soloed the Abyss Collector with rank 4A2 Zemo. That sounds like a tricky fight too, damn. Like, when you get him below the bleed immune bit, that just sounds like a slog. Holy, my game is lagging. Is it just this screen that absolutely bugs everything? Oh my god. Take this science ISO. Hey, Umu, member for 5 months, just saying, which one hurt more, growing up ginger or Brexit? Crazy question. Gotta be Brexit. Like, knowing myself that I'm an idiot, like a ginger idiot, is one thing. Realizing that everyone else is an idiot for voting for that is another thing. Stop telling me about my Mysterium, for fuck's sake. How common are swamp coolers? Not very. Like, at all, really. It's perfect if he shuts the event and stopple off. The bleeds you get before it goes bleeding means stick. Oh, that makes more sense. I was thinking they'd get removed. Yeah, okay, yeah, if they stick, I can see the vision now. Oh my god, trying to claim these rewards is a fucking nightmare. Is that it? Yeah, oh, 2 energy refills, I actually need those. And there's the Ascension. Right, okay. 13 years later, I've been able to claim the bloody rewards. Oh, we've got a guaranteed Ascension. I forgot that this gave 30 crystals. Let's quickly spin some stuff. I thought it was going to give me that Mr. Fantastic then. Yeah, I actually forgot that this gave 30 crystals. More 7-star shards, fine. Next Titan is the additions of Wave, Maddie Pryor, Ruby Thursday, Ghost Rider, Big Boy Rhino, and Pixie. Alright, while we're spinning down to the... Oh, I thought that was going to roll over. While we're spinning down to the Ascension, anyone want to make any guesses? If you get it right, you will get a happy feeling. Mr. Fantastic. Okay, you don't get a happy feeling. Champ that you still can't pull. The last one I had like that was Crossbones, who I couldn't get for about 2 years. But I have since got him. So it is technically over. I don't think I've had one since then. Alright then. It's this crystal, because we've opened 7. What am I gonna guess? Cersei. Why not? Cersei would be pretty cool. Let's see. fuck's that man thing? Sultan, what the fuck, bro? Dub guess. That's so wild. Let's farm up in these few now. But yeah, let's guess it. I'm okay with that. In terms of man thing. Oh, photon is quite nice. It wasn't my first choice, but man thing was pretty nice when I played him. So I'm fine with that. That's pretty decent. In terms of these shots, we got 19k. Keep it tight Nexus stuff. I'll open those SIGs off stream. Oh, class ascension tokens. Ooh. Okay, this is lagging too much. Let me restart it real quick. Yeah, I've realized. Alright, we should be back fine now. Oh, 5 of these. No. Okay. Okay, so I've got 2 of these relic nexus, which is kind of wild. Oh, a Nyan raiding with a pie of 104. Hello, everyone. Sadly, I am stopping in about 5 minutes. We just finished up the EQ, but dub raid I. What is that? Really? Three Colossus relics? Bruh. That's a good relic, actually. Up on Minecraft. That's a cruelty one. Okay. Oh, 6-star battlecast. There's still a couple of these I'm searching for. Okay, so these relics are just doing funky shit now. 2 Venom relics. You had a 3 of a kind as well? Bro, the odds are wild. Alright, so I can get 4 of these. Wow, so my skill ones are maxed out. So that means that this is going to give me skill ones. No, it didn't. Oh, but I'm a Mystica maxed out. So. Quick Awakening Gem. Mutant, no idea if that's good. And then just the 5, 7 stars, I think. Yep, 5, 7 stars, and then we're gonna hop. Because 1, my phone's dying. 2, I'm dying. 3, I'm dying. Oh shit, my bad. Oh. Um. I beg your pardon. Fucking 5 crystals and I get 2 loot. Five crystals, 2 lumas. The fuck is that? Oh, and I went to the platinum pass. I'm good at this game. Alright. Well, I think that makes up for the like triple Nexus relic things. I guess that makes up for it. Now I've just got to grab Soul when he comes around. Which is pretty soon, I think. Is it this Titan rotation? I don't care about these, I'm just opening them for shards and ISO mostly. Yeah, that was kind of wild. Alright though. I think that's going to do it. I'll open that stuff later. Because we're at 11 7, we're at 2, essentially 3/4 of these. So yeah, just gotta get that EQ done. Not immediately on reset, but soon after. And then we will have our 4th rank 5. Which is Spider-Woman guaranteed. This isn't any, like, bait and switch. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good night. Free Luma. We'll take that one. But yeah, let's quickly raid some people before my phone implodes itself. Yeah, that was kind of wild though. Like, getting a Luma from 5 crystals, but getting 2 is wild. I don't even know what the odds are that. Let's go over to Bryce, because I know that Anion was debating raiding them. So, let's send everyone over there. But yeah, I won't be here tomorrow, like I said, but BG season starting tomorrow. I'm actually playing this season because, you know, they're actually making your health be valuable, crazy world. So yeah, I will be playing at some point this week. Earlier rather than later. But yeah, that's going to do it for Twitch, people. Bye-bye. And now, YouTube people. Who's on YouTube at the moment? YouTube's kind of a dying breed. Jesus. Oh, man thing. MCSC live. No one. Really? No one's live. Yeah, MCSC on YouTube is having a bad time. But yeah. Yeah, again, I'll be playing this season. Not tomorrow, but pretty soon. So yeah. C1 push question mark. I'm not going to be trying that hard, to be honest. But yeah. Hello, Hilgen Dwarf, but bye-bye, everyone.